Thank you for joining me in this Darebee Wellbeing and Self-Care video. I'm David, your host, and today we're going to talk about reasons why we quit our fitness journey. I know we've talked about this in bits and pieces in videos in the past where we talked about motivation, we talked about planning, we talked about scheduling and time management, and I'm going to link to some of them in the resource box below. But the thing that comes up again and again in discussions and comments and emails and suggestions is what you should be doing so you don't quit what you started. The reason we quit, usually, is not about the things we talk about, it's about the things we don't talk about. We don't talk about those things because we don't think about them. We don't think about them because they're not obvious. Because they're not obvious to us, when they do happen, they tend to blindside us, trip us up, make us stop, make us feel guilty, make us feel bad about ourselves, and then we get depressed. And then we need to dig ourselves out of the hole we dug for ourselves and try and find the energy and commitment and willpower to start again. I'm going to give you an example from a friend. About a month ago, we were discussing exactly that. We're discussing his fitness journey. He's got 2 kids, he's got a family and a job, and everything that comes with that. So life is pretty full for him. Working out every day in a full workout is difficult because he can't get to the gym on time because of the shifts he has to work. He can't find the energy sometimes to travel to a place where he has to exercise. And when he's at home, often he can't because either the kids are asleep and he's going to make a noise, or he's simply too tired. And one of the pieces of advice which I gave him was that he should basically create a baseline for himself, which he can do every day. And what I advised him, in my opinion, was something very easy for him, very doable. He's pretty fit already. And I told him, do 10, 15 push-ups every single day. And he did. He actually started doing that, and he felt immediately better. I saw him about 4 or 5 days ago, and he hadn't done it for 3 or 4 days. But this is what he told me, and it's telling. He started out, he was doing 10, 15 push-ups a day. He found that easy. So on day 1 he did 10, on day 2 he did 15, day 3 he did 20, day 4 he did 20. A week in, he's doing about 30 push-ups a day. And then something happened in the second week, and he didn't do it for a day. And then he felt guilty, and he didn't do it for the second day. What usually happens to us when we attempt to get fitter and we create these baseline programs with little exercise snacks which we apply every day is that we fail to be kind and understanding to ourselves. If we were to advise somebody else, we would actually say to them, hey, listen, don't do too much. Don't try to be too fit too soon because you're going to overload. We understand you have a whole life around you that makes constant demands on your time, energy, and attention. So be kind to yourself. Do something you can do easily every single day. If you just do 10 push-ups a day, by the end of the year, for example, you've done 3,650 push-ups. This is an environmental trigger for your body to create particular tendon strength, particular ab strength, particular core strength, and particular muscle mass. Just that simple exercise. But it would take a year to see the results, and then you could only see them when you look back. We usually fail to think like this, especially about ourselves. I think we're great at giving advice. We are terrible always at taking it for ourselves. Not when it's given to us from outside, but when we actually advise ourselves. Usually this happens because we overestimate our own abilities and we constantly underestimate the problems and obstacles which we're going to hit. So, if you were to say, how do we overcome that? How do we never quit? Well, in order for us to never quit, we must get to a place where we can never fail. How can you never fail at your fitness if you have specific goals? Well, here's what I will say. Be smart at what you're aiming for. When you put in the exercise snacks you put in place, make sure that they're super doable. So if, for instance, let's say you can bang off 30 push-ups without even getting tired, aim for about 10, 15 a day. That's amazing. If you can do 10 and that's your maximum, aim for 2, 3 a day. The same goes for whatever else you do. Pull-ups, squats, throwing a few punches, doing a few jumping jacks. doing a few bounces on the spot, whatever is your baseline exercise snack. Because you do it every day, without fail, your body changes and your mind also changes. Neurologically, we create adaptations for ourselves which allow us to push through the initial resistance and the constant reaction to having to do this physical activity every day. And if we manage to do that mentally and psychologically, then our body also follows through and we become stronger, we become fitter, we become more confident, we become more capable. And then that simple baseline we created becomes the basis for everything else we're going to aim towards in the future. So to recap all this very easily and very quickly in a manageable chunk, aim low, be consistent, be kind. Don't overload yourself. Don't expect too much too soon. Don't try and do so much that you're setting yourself up for failure. And if you follow this, then your fitness journey becomes easier, then your sense of well-being becomes better, then your self-care regime is spot on. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments below how you found it. Keep on working out, keep on being healthy, stay safe. See you next time.